let's look at portafilters. I got one or two over the years, and everybody's always asking about bottomless and what to order, and we'll just kind of go through. These are all pre-mill, some are, the size doesn't necessarily matter on what machine you have. It does matter for your machine, but not overall on what a portafilter is. So, you have the standard ones. Like these are the original with the small handle. I got two. This one used to be more of a brassy looking one, but everything wears off those brassy ones. But anyway, so this is it. This is the standard, the smaller handle, the one you get quite often with the pre-mills. Double spout, works good. They're really cute. I like to use them because of the little handles sometimes. And then you have the same thing, but basically I removed just the double spout. And that works good. It's kind of a faux bottomless, but I like these two. This works really good because you're never going to get that split to do two coffees. You're going to drive yourself crazy. And I like this one. It's the old style too, but it has just the single spout. You can buy all these attachments, but it just looks nice. I like to use this one a lot too. Sometimes I switch off just for the mood, but yeah, I really like this one. It has kind of a neat little wave design, but I like the little single spout one. So it's pretty good. These are the same thing. I have quite a few. And then this is the similar one too. And it's just a little bit newer and they put the bigger handles on them, which is kind of nice. So it's basically the same thing, double spout. Really nice. And then this is also a newer one, but I had a custom mousse handle made for this one, which is nice. Really cool. Saison. That's really beautiful and nice. And it's a nice handle because you just, right where your finger goes. This is a great feeling and look. So it's also the handle feel. If you're getting a handle, how's it, feel to use? That's a big deal. But yeah, we all love those little beautiful drawings. And then this one also has a mousse. So this is like is it rosewood or might have been olive wood from Greece. I probably would have ordered olive wood. This is my first one. And now this is one of the bottomless they make, but as you can see, it has a rounded bottom, and inside there's a little lip right here. And that's the catch with those. If you order one of those rather than something like this, which is the original, let's show this one. I'll show that one in a minute. This is from Cafe Lot, Hong Kong, flat bottom, tall, no rim. And so that's what makes these good right there, because I'll demonstrate to you with this, with the other one. If you have just the regular basket, the cool one, these work fine because you can put them in, they go, and it doesn't go to the bottom of the rim. And so these usually work pretty good with these, no problem. A little smaller, but you get the big. I like to use the electro basket. It's a bigger basket. I don't want. Sometimes the little one's good, but that little extra doesn't make it a baby coffee. But anyhow, so this one fits, but it kind of rides up a tiny bit, and it also hits the bottom rim. So it's flush, and what happens is the coffee will then roll up the handle. That's the little design flaw in these. Only if you're using the big basket. Other than that, they're fine. They're nice. Pretty well made, this one. And my very first mousse handle, God, that's like 10 years old now. Really good. And then this is also a Cafe Lot. I use this one a lot. This is with the skateboard creation handle. The original one, with Misty Blue, my blue machine over here. She's pretty good. And I know there's been some copies of that, but this is the original one. God, I got this like 10 years ago from Munich. So he was the original guy that did it. A lot of people kind of use his name and copy his style, but yeah, he had the idea of the recycled skateboards. Totally cool. And yeah, I usually keep that one right here with Misty Blue because she also, let's just get her up. She also has the skateboard. She was the first one. People like to copy that one now. That's all right. So we have all that going. And then this is also bottomless. This one is from Creative Works. And it's not a bad one. It kind of has a little adapted handle and all of that. And, it's a nice portafilter too. I think they're a little more expensive. It's nice and heavy. It's a pretty good one. So that's the Creative Work ones in brass. I didn't get that in stainless steel. But overall, I've been using all these a lot for a long time and all the years, still to this day. And I probably will order one more as another Cafe Lot. They just perform well. Any basket fits. The big deep baskets fit. You don't get any run up. you just really versatile, simple design, like everything. So that one really works the best. Now, one thing too, sometimes if you're using the big basket in one of these little portafilters, they're really tight too, so sometimes you can't get these over that far if you're using those. So, and everyone fits different, so that's the only other thing with the Electra. Sometimes with these, they're a little finicky to go. And also, one thing to keep in mind, many of these that have the thing, if you like a mug, you probably have to do it in a separate little shot glass like I do, because this won't easily go under your little spouts there. But it will on the Bottomless. I know it will. So that's all pretty good. So that's all the portafilters that are going. So we have quite a bit. And yeah, Cafe Lot. That's the one I recommend. I get no paid or anything. They don't even know who I am, because I buy actually 3 Cafe Lots. I have these 2. The first one, the post office booped me and handed it to the wrong person who ran with it and never brought it back. So we're on an island. The odds that there's anyone else with one of these machines is pretty slim besides me, and I have no idea what they did with it. But so all those years ago, someone stole that, and they had no possible use for it. But that was my little adventure. But I got my other 2 no problem. And yeah, portafilters. There's all kinds. If you want to get a Bottomless, get one that has a straight edge. Cafe Lot works good, and a lot of people like to cut their own. Just keep yours and get another one, because then you have 2 portafilters. So if you have one machine, it makes everything easier, because you can make a coffee, let the pressure off, remove it, and if you have 2 portafilters, you can just go ahead and have the other one ready. And past that, you want to have a few, well, maybe 2 baskets. I would say 4 or more, because then once you make a coffee, right, it's still hot, you can just tip that over and that thing will pop out, and you can put your new cool basket in and set it up. Saves a ton of time. Those silly springs, I've never used them. I would remove them immediately. I think I had one. I just chucked that thing right off, because it's a silly thing to try to hold that together just to tamp, when you can have a basket and a clean basket and a cool one on top of that. So that's the way to go with those. And we're going to do some more, and then we'll do a little bit of mugs and cups are coming up next. This is really good. Ceramics, and God, this is a great mug, and I'll tell you about those. But anyway, so portafilters, I have a lot of them. I've had a lot of experience with them. Get the straight edge. If you get the rounded, you got to use a small basket. And if you get a handle, get the design that feels good, or whatever you like to do. So it's up to you. And yeah, portafilters, a little crazy, huh?